They suggested I went to church, and I wasn't the least bit interested. I had no faith, I had no belief, I had nothing. I was from a family, mother, father, teachers. My father died when I was pretty young, and just growing up I was what you might call a typical rebellious male. Just growing up and rebelling against everything, against school, against my parents, against life in general, against the church. No interest in God, no interest in church or anything. When I was 21, 22, a long time ago, my first job was gone completely. I was making a real mess of it and was not happy. And I got no money, I got no friends, I got nothing. I was in a strange place. And then I knew that I got friends back at uni who were praying for me, and I got in touch with them. They suggested I went to church, and I wasn't the least bit interested. I had no faith, I had no belief, I had nothing. But that week, it just happened that the place where I was, that were having a mission, and I went along to every meeting every evening, and meeting people and being encouraged to follow God, follow Jesus. By the end of the mission, I gave my life to Jesus, and he became my friend, and my faith has grown ever since. I had a friend at uni who was a bit like me. She had absolutely nothing. She had very little family. Everybody gave her a hard time at uni, and yet she was the one that came to me and said, I've been a Christian for some years. It doesn't get easy. It's not an easy life, but I love you and I pray for you and I pray for other people. And she was always very happy. And that's what touched me. And I think that there's the song, by your life we will know that you are Christians. And you could tell from her life that she had something that nobody else had. And it's seeing that in her and in other people who prayed for me, talked with me and helped me along. These experiences show you that it's a living religion, or Christianity is something that's living. It's not something that's died or dead or something that we've got to do just repeating and repeating. It's something that is very much alive and practical in our lives today. On a week or a weekend away from church in Paris was going to Tobie, which is towards the south of France, which is a monastery. They believe in silence, and it was spending all the time, a lot of time in there in silence, just listening to God. And I think we spend far too much time praying to God, praising God, but I think that God sometimes he wants us to listen to him, reading his word, or just being quiet. And the times at Tobie that I had that week were quite intense, of just sitting there and in silence, listening to what God had to say. My father was a headmaster, was a principal. In those days they ran religious assemblies, but he was the sort of person who would do things for people. He was very practical and hands-on. And I can always remember him saying to me, yes, you can believe in God, but it's what you do with it that counts. And yes, that's a very good idea, but the first thing is that you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your everything. And if you haven't got that, then your deeds are no good at all. But yeah, I mean, even now I'm looking back and thinking, all my family have died now, so I've got nobody, just myself. And I look back and think, well, if I'd had Jesus in my life before I was 18, I think that life would have been a lot better for other people, and certainly for me.